Hey, Boaz here from Next Pittsburgh. We're here in Sheraden. This used to be the Holy Innocents Church, but now it's the Karpeles Manuscript Library Museum, and it's only been open for a year or two. And to tell us about it, we got the director here, Dominic. Dominic, thanks for having us.
Thanks for coming. I appreciate it.
So when did this turn into the museum?
This closed down 2016 as Holy Innocents Church. We bought it probably 2020. We took about 4 years to get it open because of COVID and everything. So we've been open to the public for about a year and a half.
Wow. And the structure is pretty phenomenal.
Classical, 100 years old. You don't see many buildings like this anymore. You can see Noah's Ark foundation upside down up on top of the ceiling.
And so what sort of objects do you have here at the museum?
Well, in 1983, David and Marcia Karpeles opened up their pocketbooks and start buying manuscripts nonstop. And what we have here are all traditional manuscripts. The guy has over 100,000, 200,000, 300,000 in the vaults and everything. So we try to show as many manuscripts as we can.
So he was collecting, or this couple was collecting manuscripts, and then they opened up 11 museums around the U.S., and they're all in sort of medium-sized cities.
We choose the city according to the need. A lot of the neighborhoods that we're in wouldn't have a service like this, so sometimes we open up so we can educate, empower, and definitely give the community a voice.
So someone in Sheraden can be walking down the street and then be like, you know what, I want to see a document that Napoleon once held, and then they can come here.
They're here.
So what was it about manuscripts, and documents that sort of excited these people?
I think he likes the historicity of it. I think he likes the story behind the documents. David was very extrinsic in what he would go look for, very eccentric. Like I know we have Eva Peron's dental records. I mean, we have the bomb being dropped on Nagasaki and Hiroshima. We have all kind of weird stuff. Star Trek, anything you can name, he probably has his teeth into a little bit of it. Well, he had his teeth because he passed away about a year and a half ago. Yeah. So his son Mark and his daughter Cheryl took over for him.
And you're a history teacher, too.
I am. I'm at Bashir. Here's some of the artwork that some of my kids do in class, and you can see them up here as well. So I try to promote primary source writing, and I try to do primary source documents as well. So I'm trying to encourage junior, what do you want to call them, curators.
Let's see what else we got over here. This is more of the Napoleon exhibit. That's his signature, like right there. He wrote this letter?
That's his signature right there, talking about redeployment of the troops. So we're talking about, you probably just seen the movie not too long ago, too. A lot of the artifacts that are in here deal with some of the scenes in the movie as well.
Have some of these been signed by Joaquin Phoenix also?
No. Nothing from Joaquin. But if you could keep moving, you could see we have some replica ships that deal with the HMS Victory. We're looking at some of Columbus's ships. You can see the Titanic.
And what is that structure over there?
Those are the confessionals. We have a confessional here. We have a confessional here. We have a confessional here. They're no longer confessional. They're storage and they're safes and things of that nature for the documents, but they were working when we first came in. The sinner would go in and I guess give its rights and do their thing and Hail Mary, all that kind of stuff. So,
yeah. And what are in these side rooms over here?
Let's take a look. Here you can see this is the former altar boy room that made it into my office. Sorry for the mess. We're just bringing more materials in right now so you can come around and start to see it. We see copies of the Declaration of Independence and things of that nature. A couple heads for the suits of armor that we have.
Oh my gosh, is this a real suit of armor?
I'm not 100% sure yet because I haven't opened it up. It might be a replica, but it's the symbolic. It probably goes with a manuscript or something of that nature.
Wow, so I probably shouldn't try it on.
I shouldn't try it on. This would be where the father would be, but we turned it into a little office as well. So you can see all the famous footwork, and we have the...
Oh my gosh, there's a safe here.
The walk-in safe, some stuff that we use, you know. Would you like to get downstairs? Would you like to go to the balcony?
Sure, let's go downstairs. I'll never turn down an opportunity to see a basement.
So here's all the broken pews. So we're trying to fix those. Here we have the Pittsburgh toilet, of course.
Oh my gosh, there's a Pittsburgh toilet. I love it. Oh, I see. It's over here. Okay.
We have the maintenance closet here. So this has probably been original to the building as itself. We just brought in more artifacts in for us. We got an Egyptian exhibit that's going to be coming up. So with all the original artifacts, we got that from Tacoma.
So, wait, what are we looking at right now?
These would be the utility caves, if you want to call them, or whatever you want to call them, where it goes all the way under the street, it makes a right, and it comes all the way back down the length of the building.
It just seems like it goes on forever.
Yeah, so if you go outside, probably where you parked, you're probably standing on top of the cave, or what even want to call it, the hallway at the end down there.
And so you've got a whole bunch of stuff in the lobby over here.
Without a question, this would be our literary circle if you want. You could see we have a lending library because we're all about to expose, educate, and empower. But a lot of the documents are here are pretty profound. And the idea of the first library, the documents talking about the first library. In America, that was the document that set up the public library system. So we have it right beside the books, of course, because it plays
The original.
the original. Some of the stuff we have is original. Some of the stuff we have copies. We don't tell them what's original and what's copies because we don't need people touching things that thou shall not touch, right? We have a big thing on Mark Twain. One of my favorite things, the artwork for Harry Potter. I think the second book or the third book was at the Goblet of Fire.
So what are, like, for this C.S. Lewis, these are some sort of notes that he
His
made?
notes that he was writing when he was writing the books, exactly. And you can see it down here with J.R. Tolkien stuff as well. It's his notes as well. And you can see a handwritten letter from Hemingway. So
It looks like he, like, wrote this on a napkin or something.
like a small little stationery for the hotel or motel he was at, so it's kind of cool. A lot of the stuff is very unique. It's very niche, if you will.
So the documents up here are the sort of high-quality replicas that you give to schools for educational purposes.
Exactly. So this is all the school supplies.
As a teacher, when you're able to show students these, actual documents or replicas of these actual documents, like, what do you think that does?
They get into the primary source. They get into their actual document. It almost gives them the empowerment to be educated through the document itself. A lot of times, a lot of teachers use textbooks. We don't use textbooks. We use all the manuscripts. We use all the documents. We do a lot of DBQs. So a lot of this stuff plays right into
What's a DBQ?
document-based questioning. So a lot of stuff we'll pull out 5 or 6 documents, have a kid write a writing prompt based on those documents, what they analyze, what they interpret, what they decipher.
Since you're a teacher too, is there like one document that you feel like just like lights kids up or just people get especially pumped about?
I think the map from Columbus, which I have at school right now because we're going over the Age of Discovery, they got a real kick out of it. It's actually something from Columbus and how controversial he is right now, and the idea of him being a human being as opposed to this historical figure really sparked interest in students. This used to be where the choir used to sit, but this is where the organ would play their things. Everything else is just the pipes. This is the whole kit and caboodle for you, buddy. This is what
Can
we
you play us like Take Me Out to the Ball Game or something?
It doesn't work. It works, but it sticks. We have to get it cleaned. So yeah, it's a beautiful organ.
Well, thanks so much, Dominic. This is awesome.
I appreciate you guys coming out. Come out anytime you want. We're 11 through 5, Monday through Friday, except for major holidays, and we're free. We want you here. We're free. We're here to help you guys. Come see us.